I'd forgotten that. The things you forget. Yeah, I'd forgotten that story. That poor guy. Yeah. I think I was the one who told him. I think I sent an email. Hey, thanks, and I'm sorry to hear it. Thanks for coming on. Sorry to hear you got let go.
And as somebody that did 9 months of midnights, if I ever hear Cars for Kids or because I was listening to the fan, and all of a sudden it was, you know what it was?
Yeah.
Just turned your brain off. It was like, all right, if you hear it again, you're going to go crazy. So,
no, I don't watch Family Guy, but on Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, I went to my mother's, and I think my brother had Family Guy on. I think he put it on for the kids or whatever, which my kids don't really like. And I'm watching it. And what's the father's name on Family Guy? I don't even. Peter. Yeah, it winds up that he gets Santa Claus's suit. So he finds out in wearing Santa Claus's suit, he never has to pay for anything. Everyone gives him stuff because he's Santa Claus. And at one point, he shows up. The wife drags him to the symphony. And the conductor's like, tonight's opening number will be, Beethoven's in D minor, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, Peter, dressed as Santa Claus, whispers in the ear of the conductor. He's like, change in plans. Tonight's song will be Cars for Kids. And then they have an orchestra doing da-da-da-da. I'm like, wow, I didn't realize Cars for Kids was national. I was like, wow.
Yeah, and they do have a rather spotty record.
Oh, they got a very spotty record. Yeah, very spotty record.
Like, all of a sudden there's a flood someplace, and they tell you to sell the cars as is and stuff. Oh, please, what a bunch.
They had an auction today in Nassau County of 80 sandy-damaged homes, actually. Some houses that would normally be like $800,000 went for $400,000.
I had a friend whose house just got auctioned off. I'm like, sorry, dude. It's like,
yeah, wow, jeez.
And he's in Plainview too.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a foreclosure? Or?
No. The father died and the mother didn't work.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, those sandy homes. The estate is called Wait Till the Next One.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, unless you're
man plans, nature laughs. They really do. So I didn't really. You said J-Lo was dating A-Rod?
Yes.
She told me she was saving herself for me.
Yeah, well, just wait your turn. I mean, get the bakery number. You don't have a cool nickname though. Could you be like DL or something?
My son is C-Lean.
Yeah, so you got to be D-Lean.
The leanest guy in the room.
Have you seen the University of Chaminade lately? You haven't seen it. You can't believe what they're building. Right on there.
Oh, that's going to be that's the STEM building, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math building. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it's funny because if you ever notice what used to be Manuel Ford, now it's the big the activity center. That was he's very much in the news. Mr. Bill O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly had promised Chaminade that he was going to give them a sizable donation to build that. So they went and put, shovel in ground and just did it without finding out how much money he was going to give. And then they go and have a big dinner and everything. 200 people come, whatever. They're expecting him to go give the check. And he gets up to give the check and he gives $5,000. They're thinking $2 million. They're thinking
John Spano.
So and he gives $5,000. So then some like self-made guy who had to give the money. But then I was at this communion party on Saturday with a woman who works at Jamaica Hospital. And I said, I know Jamaica Hospital. I said, is that the one by Van Wyck? She goes, yeah, a Trump Pavilion. I said, oh, Trump Pavilion. She said, that was exactly a Bill O'Reilly thing, too. That money, they named it Trump Pavilion in the 90s, hoping Donald would donate. And instead, they just said, that's nice. But yet they kept the name of it. You see, right by the Jamaica station.
For now.
Yeah. I said, that could be a good thing having his name up there, or it could be a bad thing having his name up there.
I pass it almost every day, so I see. You know what's funny? If you drive on the Taconic Parkway...
I always thought it was named for the father, Fred, who was Mr. Queens, but I guess it wasn't.
No. If you drive on the Taconic Parkway in Westchester, it says, is Donald Trump State Park?
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Did not know that, Ed. So...
And Chris, my contention when I called the young men, there was a hostess on that was so full of knowledge I was overwhelmed.
Yeah, I want to repeat that the mission of WHPC is to educate students.
I was complimenting
her. If you want a sandy home without building permits, go to 123 Stillwater Ave.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, the road goes right to the front door.
77 Sunset Road.
Yes.
Amazing. No, Max is drinking behind me. Max, I'm on the phone. No,
if he talks back to you, let me know. Ask him who the greatest baseball player of all time is. Ruth. Was it DiMaggio?
No.
What's on top of your roof, Max? Roof. What's the top of the house? I ruined the joke.
I called everybody before. And Chris, my contention that with the decline of the Mets this year because of all the things, and the fact that they were actually taking over the town from the Yankees, and the Yankees ascend, up to where they are.
Well, it's been 30 games, so let's not be crazy either way. In terms of the Yankees could have hit their peak, and the Mets could be coming up. We'll see.
Yeah, but they got the Met doctors, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not Met doctors. I mean, Dr. David Alchek he's the guy that doctors go to for their second opinion. I mean, he's great. It's Ray Ramirez, the trainer. It's also the pitchers just being in love with radar guns. Watch the game, and I saw Zach Wheeler the other day. Watch these guys. They're looking up on the scoreboard to see how fast they threw after every pitch. It's like, stop. It doesn't. You're going to kill yourself.
And what do the old Atlanta pitchers, the great pitchers, say?
That's right.
What you do is if you could do every other game at like 75, 80%, just learn your craft, that you'll become the pitcher that you want to be.
That's exactly right. Yeah, exactly. And Maddox was location, and he threw 2-seam fastballs, which were 3 to 5 miles an hour slower than 4-seam fastballs.
It was a location.
Yeah.
It was umpire.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They fell in love with it. They had dinner reservations ahead of time.
It was the kind of thing like with Ted Williams. If Ted Williams didn't swing, it wasn't a strike, right?
Yeah.
So if Greg Maddox hit a spot, that must be a strike.
Yeah. So, and I had told the panel before, tomorrow night when Mr. Harvey pitches out in Milwaukee, they're having a Matt Harvey hangover party night.
Well,
they're giving away tickets if you look like the Big Lebowski when you walk into the into the Miller Park.
Well, speaking of the Big Lebowski, did you see that the dude Jeff Bridges opened up the Kentucky Derby on Saturday?
No.
He's the one who said whatever to their mounts or whatever they say. Yeah.
No, I was working, and I was I wish I had known that. That's cool. I'll Google it and stuff like that. But I didn't realize that. So that's wonderful. But you know what'll change, and I'll let you guys go. You know what's going to change the Mets? Haircuts and shaves. If you look like the Yankees, you'll play like the Yankees.
Oh, look at that.
I wouldn't say that, no.
Have a good evening.
You got it. Steroid tests. 516-572-7440. 516-572-7440. Also, the short porch. It's so last Friday night, my son sang the national anthem at the Ducks game. So I went to my first Ducks game ever, which wound up being and I'm going to do quite often. And in fact, they were we gave away some Ducks tickets a little while back, right?
Yes.
So they're a sponsor of sometimes of the station. So great place. Even though it was a terribly rainy day all day, they want to play in the game. And I guess Eric Gagne said sign with them as well. That day. But lost my train of thought on what I was going to say in terms of going to the Ducks game, but it was a really good time. I was going to bring up some cogent point, which now I forget, but it was a very good time. I was glad I did it, you can't go wrong that place. And I was just shocked that where you park. Has anyone been to a Ducks game?
I've been there, of course. You know who you're talking to.
Yeah, of course. Duh.
Of course.
You've been to a Newark Bears game.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Not with Ricky Henderson, though. But they're actually defunct now.
They are defunct. Yeah, they don't no longer exist. It was a really good time. It was right. It's really literally right in our backyard. It's right there. You can get there in no time.
I love when Sunrise Highway opens up and becomes like a highway.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
It's odd.
Yeah,
because there's some crazy drivers out there.
When you go past Patchogue, especially.
But even just the way that the Southern State Parkway after the Saginaw Coast, it just becomes known when you're going past that the big courthouse by Bethpage Ballpark. Because it's not the Bethpage Ballpark.
Yeah.
It's an open stretch of cars just going vroom, vroom, doing 90 going by.
Yeah. 111 down there.
And it says to Heckscher Park. Has anyone ever been to Heckscher Park?
No.
I've never been to Heckscher Park.
You got me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking. I'm like, I'm convinced that park doesn't actually exist. It's just the sign had to have a destination somewhere, so they tell you, "Oh, Heckscher Park." Because I don't know anyone who's ever been to Heckscher Park.
It's just like the LIE. It doesn't say Riverhead in Queens. It says Eastern Long Island.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's Eastern?
And I love sometimes you'll say a sign that says New York 37. I'm like, wait, only 37 miles? No, it's the Queens-Nassau border,
Yeah.
but they count it as New York. I'm like, oh, come on. That's
Yeah.
that's not Queens.
They actually have those out in Suffolk, the how many miles sign. They don't have any in Nassau, except the Riverhead.
There's one by if you're where Sunrise Highway and Old Sunrise Highway come together on the Massapequa by Berner Middle School, in the Massapequa Amityville area. There's a sign that says New York 17 miles, which is where Valley Stream meets what's that? Rosedale. Yeah.
And those have like ones for like how far you are from Montauk and how far you are from
When you get out there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Not over here though.
And then they put all those signs, which actually are against the law. The state of New York, Andrew Cuomo, put all those tourism signs now.
But
on
they
the
don't lead
highways.
anywhere.
Yeah, it's like they get all those. Well, that's what I was going to say about Heckscher Park. It's like, every other park has some kind of park. Sunken Meadow has a park. The Robert Moses has a park. There's no beach at Heckscher Park, as far as I'm aware.
It's on the water, but it's not like a beach.
Yeah, there's no ferries to Fire Island or anything like that. So that's really why no one goes there, I guess. It's not a known quantity kind of thing.
Belmont Lake.
Belmont Lake is interesting in terms of they got some pretty good facilities. That's kind of real close to where KJ lives, I think. Yeah, they have some good facilities.
How about Wantagh State Park? Whatever it is, the one on Merrick Road.
There's two. There's Cedar Creek, which is a Nassau. One of them is a Nassau County Park. One of them is a Town of Hempstead Park.
I thought one of them was a
and
state.
They're separated. No, one's Town of Hempstead, one is Nassau County, and they're separated by the Parkway. So, and everyone gets them confused. Everyone gets them confused what's there. But, there's some pretty good parks around. 516-572-7440. 516-572-7440. Call in.
And if you want to play baseball, they don't charge you extra to play baseball there, unlike some other town facilities.
That's new.
Yeah.
That's new. Yeah, they never did. That was an odd thing that had happened. Yeah.
For honest people.
516-572-7440. Yeah, they have, for the first time in a long time, my softball league has games scheduled for Mother's Day, which is just nuts. It's like the one day you don't want to play because your wife's not going to let you do it. It's like, and I'm looking on the weather report, and because the reason we do is because Easter was so late this year, so the season started late. And I'm looking at the weather report, and Saturday's going to be like a Noah's Ark kind of day, as far as I can tell. And I'm just thinking, what? We have angered Mother Nature, by having games on Sunday. So I want to send the commissioner, let's just stop. Let's not have these games, because I doubt I'll get a full team. It's especially when I come to say my wife, she's like, you want to play what? Softball? On when? Mother's Day? No.
Are you doing WHPC softball?
Well, I invited Joe Ritter and his cronies to join a team.
Ooh.
And he said that all his guys, they're college kids. He said it was only like $100, and they were balking at the price, and he got some great Sunday job, he said. So
the list here is the list here.
Yeah, there's a list here. I had reached out to him and said, hey, if anybody wants to play.
Oh, that was for your league.
I said, no, that's not my league. That's something here. They're doing their own thing. But I said, hey, if you know guys who are pretty good who want to play, let me know. And he said, oh, I'm in. I'm definitely in. And then he came back and said, I got a dream job opportunity on Sundays, so I can't do it. I said, great. That's good luck to you. Whatever. Have fun. But, there is a sign-up sheet here that Mark's referring to in the lobby of people. And I think it's co-ed, actually, from what I can tell.
Yes.
So
no, I can't. I don't want to.
Did we give DJ Steph a plug for his show?
He was on.
I know he was on. Did we give him a plug for his show?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just making sure. And the other sports talk shows we should give a plug for. So tomorrow in the afternoon, what time? 3 o'clock? Is it?
Yes.
That's Beyond the Game.
Yes.
Correct? With Jacob Walk and anyone else?
Eric Fischetti, Dominic Arbolino.
WHP Sports Staff.
It's DJ Steph.
Yeah, DJ Steph, obviously, yeah.
And Eleanor.
Who's the big hockey maven, right?
Yes.
And then Monday at 10, is it? The press box, from the press box, with the Leonard brothers, Rob and award-winning Tim.
Yes.
Tuesday night, Anthony Tarnamella, 9 to 11, right? With
Anthony Tarnamella and Sports Staff.
And the name of the show is?
It's some of those. The home stretch.
There. The home stretch. There's a sticker right there. It's the home stretch. So, and then, of course, we're Sports Talk on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. 100% commercial free. You should listen to everything on the station, and we have a whole media presence, and we have a Facebook page, and a Twitter page, and an Instagram page.
Yeah,
right? I don't do Instagram.
It doesn't get better than local radio, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, Ellen Kamhai, who is a natural nurse, she made Newsday today. And but they said WHPC 90.3 FM. Which is a generational thing because, some people say FM, some people don't.
Some people don't care.
It's
like Steve Nash.
it's a generational thing. That's what it is.
Believe it or not, I learned recently about Prometheus. Do you know the Prometheus people? You heard about Prometheus Radio? They promote local radio around the country.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know Prometheus from Arrow.
There's a fire involved.
No, they help.